everyone, and welcome back to Whelan's World. I hope you guys are all doing well and that you're all keeping safe. Yes, that you're all keeping safe and that you're taking care of your mind, of your body, of your emotional well-being. And the reason why I'm saying this is because today's topic, as you can see, is about mental health awareness. And what mental health is and how to overcome mental health. So I am no doctor, I am no psychologist. I'm just a normal person. I'm just Whelan. Yeah, Whelan, the extraordinary Whelan. But I just wanted to have a conversation about it. I literally had to even Google and just make sure that I also speak some factual stuff, and not make up my own stuff. But the reason for this topic, guys, hi. This topic is I feel like it should be on news. It should be everywhere. We should be having conversations when we go out with our friends. We should be having conversation when we're eating our Sunday lunch with our family. We should be having regular conversations and make this type of conversation something that's normal, not abnormal, because a lot of people are afraid to speak about it. And how do you make people comfortable speaking about it? By bringing it up yourself. And then they'll be like, this person brought it up, let me share my story, let me show what I like. Then you start sharing. So I encourage you guys to start talking about mental health. If you suffered from it and you overcame it, tell us what you did, basically. I know mental health is something that can affect different age. It's not asking for age, it's not asking for race, it's not asking for money. This is something that is broad, and it's it's affecting young people especially more. I know, I've seen a lot of rest in peace, and then I'll just be so shocked. And then I would hear what was the cause of this, or we don't even know, but that person that have taken their life, for instance, they only know what they suffered. They only know what they felt, and they only know the reason why, for instance, they took their lives. But we can prevent that. We, as a normal person, you don't need to be Oprah Winfrey, you don't need to be Iyanla, you don't. All you need to do is you have friends, you have family, to reach out and talk to them. But anyways, let me give an overview of why there is an awareness for mental health for October. So the objective is not just to educate the public about the mental health, but also to reduce the stigma and discrimination that people with mental illness are often subjected to. So there is, unfortunately, a stigma, and we need to stop that stigma. And the stigma is a lot of our parents. If I had to now, for instance, tell my mom, I think I have anxiety, or think I have a mental illness problem or issue, go fetch the Bible, let us pray for you. Or you would be crazy. No, you're just going through a stage. No, yeah, that is not it. It's not it, guys. And therefore I'm saying we need to educate our parents also. Our parents, they are now so used to the phones and stuff. They're on YouTubes and they can Google. Tell them to Google mental health, illness, and all that stuff, and what's the causes and why the reason. So as I said, the first step is to start getting comfortable having these type of conversations. So yeah, unfortunately, there is the stigma. Either you're crazy, which is not true, or you're going through stages, or you're just young, you're going through stages, you know nothing about life. Hey, young people go through a lot. Number one will be pressures. Guys, this social media. Social media can make you feel like this if you allow it to. But everyone is not that strong. You'll be like, yo, look at my friend, I'm 30, I don't have this yet, I don't have that, I haven't achieved my goals. You'll feel that can also lead to your mental illness, because you're just looking and looking. You don't know where that people getting the money. I always say that. And You must stay in your lane. Everyone has their own journey. But anyways, that is just like an example. And look what COVID happened. Look what happened to COVID. People lost their jobs. People had to like do a whole 360 to their career. Small things that can affect your mental health. And this can lead to depression. You can have anxiety. You can have it can be like stress at work. It can be your marriage. It can be anything. And all of the stuff, it affects your mood, it affects your thinking, your mindset, and your behavior, and it can lead to you being negative about yourself, having a low self-esteem about yourself, as well as you not worrying about life. You just don't give a damn about life. You just like, and there's so much that life could bring you if you open up, if you share it. And we need, as again, I'm going to say it over and over, we need to make it comfortable for people to speak about it. And then we also need to make sure that we are also educated as to what help out there is needed, not needed, what help is out there that's available to people, that we can be like, oh, you can do that. There are some stuff that you need to pay for if you have a medical aid. Use it for that purposes. I know, for instance, Discovery, they also have now this mental health thingy over there as well. I don't know what it is called, but now the medical aids also cover for that because it is so important. But yeah, I just don't want to speak about mental health. I also want to give like people that are suffering, or if you know, share this video with someone if you know that they might need it, how to help someone that's suffering from mental health problems, like tips and tricks. So this is not like the only stuff now. There are other things, as I was saying, you need to find what works for you. Or if you know the person, think of a way of how you can also help your friend, your family member, your co-worker, anyone. So yeah, this is just like a few things that I've written down on things that you can do. But before I get to the things that you can do, so I did Google some like factual things, a few facts about mental illness. So it was stated that about half of mental disorders begin before the age of 14. 4. You're 14, you're grade 7, grade 8. Né? Some can be earlier than that also. Because people, like, if I look at me when I was 12, compared to a 12-year-old now, totally different. These kids, they are advanced, so I wouldn't be surprised even if the age happens before 10, for instance. And mental disorders are one of the most well-known and treatable causes of suicide. So, other than the fact that it's the most well-known, it's also the number one treatable, like well-known treatable cause of suicide. As I mentioned, guys, I've seen so many rest in pieces, and I'm just shocked. I'm like, I would look at that message and I'll be like, these are people that I went to primary school with. These are people that I went to high school with. And all of them, nah, not one, if you would have looked at them, like, would have just judged them from who they are, you wouldn't have known them like that. You wouldn't have thought that they suffered from a mental illness. And therefore, I will be just so shocked because, as I said, it's not asking for race, color, money, and it's also not, you won't see it. You can be the most bubbly person, the most, like, spontaneous, like, positive person. For the other person, you might look positive, but deep inside here, you are suffering. And you maybe gave that persona that I'm all right, I'm good. And I think we need to also be fine that you can show the other side when you're feeling down. You don't always need to give this persona that you're good, you're positive, everything is fine. No, because at the end of the day, you're human. You're going through different obstacles in life. That's not always gonna be a ray of sunshine and rainbow and all things good. You're gonna go through down times as well, and you don't need to pretend that, nah, I'm good. Like, take that time off, and think about it, and then you come back again. But you don't need to pretend. You don't need to pretend anymore. And as I mentioned, get someone to speak about it, someone that you trust and someone that's able to help you. Another fact is that discrimination against families and people with mental disorders prevent people from seeking mental health care. And therefore I said, we need to be accountable. We should not be discriminating, because that's just going to make the families, the people that's suffering from those mental disorders, to shy away and go into their corner, into their dark corner, not seeing the light and the people that's out there to help them out. Because according to them, life is done. It's done. Life has no purpose for them. There is just no to love, and therefore they commit suicide. So yeah, in South Africa we have like a federation. It's called the South African Federation for Mental Health. You can Google it. It's SAFMH, South Africa Federation for Mental Health. So for mental health, focused on human rights organization with 100-year to record of services delivery to South Africa. So they deliver support for people that's suffering from mental disorders, helping them focusing on their mental health. So these, I think they are NPO or something like that. But this is just one, right? This is just one. I think I'm gonna Google a little bit more, especially from a non-cost perspective. To me, honestly, I feel they should have, each school should have a psychologist. They should have a psychologist. I remember in primary school we actually had someone like that. Yeah, we actually had someone like that. If you're feeling down, you can go and speak. But I feel like it should not be just with certain schools. It should be equalized with all schools. So as they're taking on educators are important, but they don't have that education on the mental health. Maybe there's a student, a psychologist will be able to handle that better than an educator. That's just my opinion, because they have studied for that. So I feel like every school should have a psychologist. They must talk about it in life orientation. At varsity, they must also even have that type of service. At work, they should have that type of service where you're able to go and speak to someone. I know at my job they have that. And at churches, I feel any community, other than the pastor that's there, they must have like a psychological piece that's separate from school, from church, from homework, from, you know what I mean? Because it's so important. And I feel like the government should also be offering I think there's a free service. I don't know. I must do a little bit more research actually on that. But we should not be paying. That's my opinion. You should not be paying if you want to save lives. But yeah, but on the other hand, things to do, how to look after your mental health. So I've written down like a few tips. Number one, talk to someone. Talk to someone that you trust. Talk to someone you don't know. For instance, if you don't want to speak to a family member, you don't want to speak to friends, you want to speak to someone that don't know you, then you go and speak to a psychologist. But psychologists sometimes use a lot of money. So talk about your feelings. I think it might be a little bit difficult in the beginning, but as anything that If you want to be great at it, you need to practice. If you want to accomplish it, you need to practice. And the same with, I feel like it's the same with mental healthness, with your feelings, how you're feeling. If you're feeling down, like, and you're able to pick up the phone or just call someone, this is like how I feel. I know I make it sound easy because it's something that's easy for me to do, but I know for the other people it might be difficult. So find a way, take small steps. Like, usually when you're feeling down and after you have cried, you feel better. You will even feel better once you have spoken to someone that you trust. Another one is to keep active. Guys, when you are busy, one thing about me, I am always busy. Keep yourself busy, keep yourself active. Do exercises, go gymming, go join a running team. Keep yourself busy so that you can open your mind, you have a fresh mindset, your brain is busy. And I feel like when you're also active, if it gives you this purpose in life that you're able to do more. Another thing is sleep is very important. Don't let people tell you you're grandma and you're grandpa when you go and sleep early, and you make sure you go on your phone and you make sure that you have the 8 hours of sleep. That is very important. Because I know, for instance, if you are suffering from mental health, you are struggling to sleep, you're always awake, and when you're awake, your brain, it lets you think like negative thoughts. When you sleep, what happens when you sleep? It's almost like your brain, it shuts down. It's like a peace of mind, and you wake up refreshed. Another one is to eat well. So you see, keeping active, keeping busy, sleeping, and eating healthy. That forms part of your physical, taking care of your physical well-being. But all of those stuff, it affects your mental health. So it goes hand in hand. You must take care of that to achieve that. Another one is, a lot of people, I think especially men, right? Mental health is not just for, as I mentioned, your sex, male and female, both. But I think a lot of men, and I'm not sure if it is a pride thing or what, I think ladies are more open to speak and ask for help. But on men, it's like a pride thing. I'm not sure, is it this culture that we have created? I don't know. But it's very important to be able to ask for help. Ask for help, guys, ladies, everyone, ask for help. And if you don't get help from the one, there's thousands of other hands or arms that's out there that's willing to help you. All you need to do is ask. I know sometimes it can be like a battle, should I not, and then you don't do it. Guys, ask for help. You won't lose a cent if you ask for help, literally. Another one is to take a break. To take a break from social media. To take a break from seeing friends. If you were someone that went out all the time, and you were afraid to say no. If you need your time, guys, if you need your time, if you don't want to go out, you want to sleep, take a break. It's very important. And as I said, it's almost like when you go and sleep, you are in a different world. You are at peace. And sometimes you need to take a break from friends. You need to take a break from family. You just need to take a break so that you can be whole with yourself again. You need to love yourself, self-love. Take a break to get yourself up there again. To just get your life. Like, take a break. Sometimes taking a break can do you wonders. You can come back refreshed. And then you can come back maybe having a better purpose with what you want to achieve in life, who you want to cut out of life. You can also do that. So it's very, very important to take a break, to go and discover yourself again. Another one, second last, is to do something that you're good at. And don't tell me you're not good at something. everyone, you may not like, everyone is good at something. I might not be a good dancer or good singer, but for instance, one thing I think, not I think, you see, confidence. One thing I am good at, né? I am good at getting people together. I think I'm good at that. Yeah, nothing. I'm good at getting people together. So how am I now going to use that to do what I am good at? I'm going to now, for instance, create a community for ladies where we come together every month on a different topic and have the, that is just an example, right? That wasn't a talent. I'm good at singing, so I'm gonna sing. I'm good at dancing. No, there's a variety of different ways. So that was just an example that I made. But find something that you are good at and do it. And do it. Once you do something that you are good at, you enjoy it. And with the enjoyment, you can impact other people. So find something that you are good at. That also gives you, again, purpose in life. And when you find something that you're good at, it helps you to find other stuff. It can lead to other things that you can be good at as well. And last but not least is, like, guys, stress is something that you can go through the most with stress. And one thing we need to start doing or learn how to do is we need to find a way of how to manage our stress. How do you manage your stress? What are the things that you do to manage your stress? One of the things that I do, for instance, right, if I've made a mistake, like, I've learned to forgive myself. And that for me has helped to minimize my stress. But once I'm going to now bump my head off this one mistake that I've did, and it's gonna go on and on and on and on. How do you manage that? But there's different ways of how you can manage your stress. You can listen to music after you have maybe gone through a certain series of stress. But yeah, when you learn or understand how to manage your stress, that can help to prevent you getting into like a series of mental illness or mental disorders, all those type of things. But I'm looking to make more of these type of videos, and I think I would actually want to have like another person to speak about their journey, to open up to us about their experience of how they manage their mental health issue and how they overcame it. Very, very important. It is treatable, guys. And we can save a lot of lives. You can save your life if you just follow those tips that I mentioned. But also, as I mentioned, there's Google, there's books you can read, there's different things that you can do in order to help with your physical, emotional health. And with that, I'm going to end off this video, and I would like to say that, guys, I know in life can be difficult, and it's difficult for different people. We all don't have the same stories. We all have our different stories. We all have our own book, but we must make sure that our book don't end off in a sad story. We can all have a happy ending to our life if we take control of it. There's no one that can take control of it, only us. For me, what helped me is my faith, my family, my friends. Those type of things for me help me with my mental health. And one thing for me also, as I said, I'm someone that forgive myself, and that's not that hard. When you're hard on yourself, guys, it can be tough. So I forgive myself when I've made a mistake, and I tell myself, you know what, it's not the end of the world next time. So yeah, with that, I leave you off. May you have a very blessed day, weekend, whenever you're watching this video. And like with that, until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, and to share this video with someone that you might think that might need to hear this. Thank you.